Army generals.
Shout out to Hate Army.
Your name is Hate Army? Saying Hate Army shit.
Hate Army shout out.
Good vibes to the Hate Army.
Shout out for hate.
Now also, we are going to have more people on stream today than we usually do. Usually on a stream here on DSPReacts, we have like maybe 300 people. We already have over that. I'm expecting that this is a long-form React event, that if people like it, it's probably going to do better than my standard React stream. And therefore, today would be a great day if you wanted to support this channel and the community as a whole. If you wanted to gift some memberships to the channel, this would be a great day to do so. Because I tell you right now, look at all the people waiting in the wings, ready to accept a gifted membership. If you're interested in that, type !gifted to the stream chat right now. That should bring up a link that you can click on, and you can enable gifted memberships on your channel. I get the feeling perhaps there will be a big amount of gifted memberships today. Maybe. There's never a guarantee. But if people were going to do that, it would probably be today. Okay? So, please consider it. And of course, as usual on my streams, we have reward tiers set up for any tips that I receive today. So if we raise 50 bucks in tips today, I'll put on Gunner glasses. If we raise $100 in tips, you get to vote on a silly hat for me to wear. If we raise $150 in tips, you get to vote for a silly vest for me to wear. And then if we happen to get more than that, like let's say we get 200, 250, every 50 bucks we'll do another, hey, you want a new hat or a new vest or something like that, okay? Now this is the only stream I'm doing today. So it would be great if you could support it. You know, tomorrow I go back to regularly scheduled gameplay and everything over on my gameplay channel, DSP Gaming. But this is what we're doing today. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. We're more casual content. It's not really ultra serious content. We could take our time. I'm in no rush to get through a video. If you guys want to talk, you have other topics you want to tag me about, I'm totally 1,000,000% ready for that, to chill with you guys, okay? That's what it's all about. Now, being in line with that, there's some food coming later. There's actually some Indian food that I've ordered from a new restaurant my wife and I have never tried before, all right? And it's going to be delivered between like 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. So when that happens, we will adjourn for a few minutes for me to go grab the food. There will be a live meal. It's called Feasting with Phil, The Tasteful Truth. And this should have various different cuisines. I believe there's 2 different kinds of curries, as well as some tandoori chicken. And I think there's a dessert. Now, I don't know how big it's all going to be, but I think we ordered like a kind of like a variety deal where you can get a bunch of different things. So I'll be tasting all of these live and let you know what I think about all of them. It should be pretty good. Pretty excited. All right. Wow, Nightbot just did like 4 of those gifted commands at once. That's weird. I guess Nightbot was lagged. Better than Crowdjack says, I think this will be better than drama in my opinion. All right. I hope. Here's the thing. Is it interesting and fun to watch like a dramatic documentary? It is. To see the rise and fall of a YouTuber, and the fact that I am a YouTuber and I've been through my own rise and fall, and to have those perspectives and things that I bring to the table, I think that basically it's a lot of fun. But you do it so much, you get tired of it. I mean, how many of these did we do last year? We did, the first it was the Wings documentary, then it was my own Down the Rabbit Hole, then it was the John and Howard video, we reacted to the Keemstar documentary, we reacted to the Pro Jared documentary, the second Wings documentary, and now I might even be forgetting some, honestly. I mean, that's a lot. And it's not something that I want to do all the time. And I want to mix it up. I want to do other things. So I'm glad that you guys did recommend something different. I just hope that it's something that works out and it's fun and entertaining for everyone. It's not like, you know, like I said, my concern is that I'm doing this all day today, and I hope that we just don't get bored. You know what I'm saying? By the way, we can break it up. Well, I mean, being honest here, we can break this up. It doesn't have to be, I just constantly react. If we want to just sit here and relax for a little bit and chill and talk, we can do that. There's going to be food later to break it up anyway. So don't worry that, you know, we're kind of doing the same thing all day. If you want to break it up a little bit, we could do that too. No gameplay, though. You know, we're not doing anything like that. It's more like just kind of a relaxing, sit back day, you know, watch a video and react to it and put some commentary on it and stuff. You know, by the way, thanks for liking. If you're enjoying the stream today, please give it a like. Engagement is key on YouTube. And the whole engagement thing, you know, I really need help with it. Especially this channel, to bring attention that I'm doing content like this on a different channel. It's not DSP Gaming. You know, we're 3 months into the channel. I'm happy with how the channel's doing. I would like to see it grow if possible. And engagement's one of the big ways to do that. If you can give engagement on this stream, it would help. Okay? So, kill a little bit of time before we started. And just if anyone have any questions, anything you guys want to talk about? I really don't have anything to shout out. You know, Joe Man did his membership. And that's it. We got nothing right now to shout out. But by the way, shout outs I am going to shout them out right away when contributions come in. It's not like DSP versus the internet where I save it for between the parts. No, it's going to be a very interactive stream. Okay. So I received a tip. I think I know who this is. I received a $20 tip. Yes, indeed, it is from 1 Minute Man. So thank you, 1 Minute Man, for your daily support of my content. I really appreciate that. So by the way, guys, let's see how this goes. All right. Here's the deal. I know that the vast majority of people who watch me for the gameplay stuff. I know that. Although the podcast, admittedly, Level 1 Podcast has gotten a great following in the last year or so. The React stuff, I'm trying to venture out and do different stuff. You guys told me there was a desire to see React content. That's why I started the channel 3 months ago. I think that the weekly show we do is good. I think the weekly show we do is doing well. The reviews I do are hit or miss. Sometimes I do a review, and the review does really well, and sometimes I do a review and no one watches it. I don't really know what causes that. I don't know if it's the movie or just what's going on that week. The tier maker stuff that I've done did really well. So far, I've done 3 tier makers. All of them have done well on the channel. And basically, the last one I did, which was ranking game consoles, dude, it's one of the best viewed videos I have on the channel. Okay? So I'm down for tier maker stuff if that's what you think is one of the best things I've done on this channel. I will do more of those in the future. It's just I don't want to do them all the time. I feel like if I do, they're going to get kind of tired and not as fun. I want to do them more sparingly, okay? So some things are working and some things aren't, I would even say. The long form React is something I like doing because it allows us to react to longer videos. Like we would never be able to react to an Internet Historian video during my DSP versus the Internet show. That show is just for small clips. So I like that we can do longer things, but at the same time, I'll be honest, I've noticed that I don't think these are doing as well. Like both the Pro Jared and the Wings long-form events that we did the last couple of months didn't necessarily bring in that much attention. I mean, the views are okay on the on-demand videos, but I noticed the streams in particular didn't do that good. So I'm curious what'll happen today now that we're not doing this kind of drama content too. Will people support this and say, hey, I'm glad you're branching out and doing something different. You listen to us. We're not just doing drama. Or if this is like the 3rd straight month where the stream doesn't do that well, maybe I got to think about maybe I do these only every other month, right? Maybe we scale back the long form reacts a little bit and we just focus on the show and reviews, and maybe I do more tier makers. Maybe I increase the frequency that I do tier makers, right? All right, so guys, here's the deal. I'm glad you're here. By the way, the audience is great. We have almost 500 people on the stream. This is one of the most attended streams I've done here in recent memory, so thank you for that. We're at 91 likes, guys. We are so close to hitting our likes goal. If you could give the stream a like, I'd really appreciate that. Remember, we'll do a bubble blow for you guys if we hit 100 likes. Outside of that, though, guys, as you can see, there was literally 0 support during that video. 0. I didn't get a single super chat, a single membership, or a single tip. So it'd be great if you're liking this long-form React event, if you could support it, all right? I'm doing this to break stuff up and to do variety. If people don't want the long-form React events, then we don't have to do them. I could easily have been doing gameplay today, all right? And like I told you guys at the beginning of this stream today, I'm trying to judge how things are going, and here's what I can tell you. DSP versus the Internet, it's going decently. People are becoming members to support it. That's working. The reviews, they're kind of hit or miss. Some of the reviews I've done have done really well, and others, like the ones in the last couple of weeks, haven't done that well. So I'm kind of on the fence about how many reviews to do and if I should keep doing them. I'm thinking about it. When I say reviews, I mean like the movie reviews and show reviews I've been doing. The tier maker stuff has been doing amazing. The tier maker stuff, the few that I've done, have all been doing great. They've all got great views, engagement, and people supported them. So the tier maker stuff right now is some of the best I'm doing, but I don't want to constantly be doing tier maker. I think maybe every 2 or 3 weeks it makes sense to do one. I don't want to just do them constantly every week. But these long form reacts are something that I've liked doing once a month. But I've noticed every time I'm doing them, they're doing less and less. Like the Pro Jared one did pretty good. Last month, the Wings one did not do so good. Here we are. I just did an entire hour, and there was 0 contribution. 0. So, obviously, that means you guys maybe want something else. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm just trying to gauge based on attendance, engagement, support. Right now, attendance is pretty good. Engagement is decent. Support is terrible. So, I guess we'll see what happens over the course of the day. They all have to go hand in hand. You understand that, right? When you operate a business, they all have to go hand in hand. So, let's see what happens for the rest of the stream. I'm not going to be negative about it or anything, but if you like this kind of long-form content, please support it today. Whether it be a membership, a gifted membership, a tip, a super chat, a super sticker, thank you for that, all right? If it does good by the end of today, then I'd be fine doing them once a month like I've been doing them. But if this one ends up being slow like the Wings one was, then likely I'm going to probably cut back on doing them. And maybe we just won't do them. Or we'll do them once every 2 months or something like that. I'm okay with that. All right? Really, it's really up to you guys. Okay? We have Bloomkit, who re-upped their membership for 2 months at the ultra level, by the way. So if you want more long form and feasting, the people demand it. Well, Bloomkit, I appreciate that you do, but as you can see, it really hasn't been an abundance of outpouring of anything today. And I'm not expecting an outpouring. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying an hour. Okay? Anyway. So thank you, Bloomkit. I really appreciate that. And I received $100 likes on the stream. With the 100 likes, that means it's time for a silly celebratory bubble blow. So let's do that. Looks like we're going to be reacting to Costa Concordia, which is fine. If it is an hour and a half, it might be perfect in time for the food arrival. So, cool. Okay. All right. Here we go. Bubbles. If we hit 200 likes, I'll do it again. If we hit our member goal, I'll blow bubbles as well. How about that? If we hit 115 members today, I'll also do a bubble blow. There we go. Okay. Since you guys are going to want to know when it shows up. But it's some Indian food coming. You guys are enjoying? Cool. Thank you to those who are chilling and also supporting. As you guys can see, there's a lot of trolls today. Whenever we do something like this on this channel, usually trolls show up. They're a bunch of morons. Just ignore them. We're not going to let them derail what we're doing and having fun. Thanks to those who are supporting. We're currently at 108 members with 115 as our record. It would be great if we could hit that by the end of today. Outside of that, thank you to those who have super chatted. Thank you to those who have become members. And for those who have tipped. Now, we haven't hit our tier 1 tips goal yet. It'd be great if we could hit those. If we hit these goals, you can have the rewards for longer. Please consider tipping to support the stream. Okay? Keep in mind, this is my only stream for today. This is it. This one long-form React stream is all I'm doing. I'm not doing any gameplay or anything. But I would appreciate it if you could support in any way. Alright? Thank you. But thank you very much for the $5 tip. I appreciate that. And we are now up to $45 in tips. So $5 away from our first tiered goal for the day. Which, of course, it would be great if we could hit that. If we could hit that. What else am I going to say? What was the follow-up? I have no idea. This friggin' documentary is melting my mind. It's so crazy and stupid. Alright, let's continue. I received another $5 tip from an anonymous tipper who says, put on the glasses. Well, thank you very much to the anonymous tipper. And indeed, we have now hit the tier 1 tips goal for today. Thank you very much. That is Gunner Glasses. Tier 2 is $100. If we hit that, you guys can vote on a silly hat for me to wear. We still got a lot coming, keep in mind. After this one, we got food coming. We got a lot going on, and there's going to be more reacting after the food. So, tons more to come today on the marathon. I hope you guys are enjoying. I'm really enjoying this this content from Internet Historian. I think it's great. So, thank you very much. And yes, it is Gunner Glasses time. Jade, you're liking it? Because Jade, I think, at first was apprehensive. I'm enjoying these stories. These are interesting. You know, it's stories of humans acting stupid and doing horrible things, and these are probably endless amounts of these, because humans are just interesting creatures, to say the least. Hamlover thinks this is my best React content yet. I'm glad you feel that way. I don't want to have to only do drama content. I think this is fun. It's documentary-style stuff that has comedy to it, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Here's my question for all of you. All right, I have an honest question for everyone, and I like to see everyone's opinion here. All right. Do you have any opinion on why it seems when I do this content that the support is slow? This is the 3rd month in a row where basically we're doing a long form react and the support is slow today. Like, we just hit the tier 1 tips goal, right? And it's weird because when I'm playing Elden Ring, when I'm playing other games, even the late night chill streams that I do seem to be doing better than the long form react stuff. And it's confusing because I'm having a great time. The people are here, these engagement. I just don't understand why the support is slow, particularly for these events. This is the 3rd month in a row that it seems to be slow, right? And I'm doing it all day. You know what I mean? Like, I committed the entire day to this. Kyle says we're invested in the content. What does that have to do with the support? Nothing. Maybe people don't like the events. I don't know. I would say we have good attendance here today. We had over 400. We're dipping a little bit now because we're killing time for the food. But we had a good attendance. So, you know, engagement seems fine. So I just kind of like, I scratch my head about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Dex, I would love honest feedback. If your feedback is you don't like this content and therefore, you know, that's why you're not supporting it, I want to hear that. I absolutely positively want to hear that. 1,000,000%, I want to hear that. People during marathons only show up once. I'm not sure what that means. Better tips goals. I mean, here's the thing. We can all say, oh, we want better rewards if you have a tips goal. That's really not what it's about, though. My point is, if I'm playing a game, usually support's better than when I'm doing this React stuff. So the question is, what's the difference? It's the same goal. It's the same rewards there, yet there's support there, but not for this. And that's really where I'm trying to figure out where the discrepancy is. Every day can't be a winner. No, see, again, why be better? I understand that. And by the way, I'm not complaining. Take a look. We got 8 new members. We got a bunch of super chats. We did get tips. It's not that. And by the way, this is going to be video content for the entire week. I get to upload to the channel. People will watch after the fact. You understand? That's not I'm not complaining. I'm saying I'm making a factual analysis here. The gameplay streams I've been doing have been doing way better support-wise than this content. And people had told me for years, we want you to react. We want react content, Phil. Put it out. Sure, I'll do it then. But then what gives that every time I'm doing these days of fun stuff that people seem to like, that the support is slow? I just don't understand that. What is that relationship there? You know? Because here's why, and I've told you, this has always been my mantra. My mantra is, if I listen to my audience, if I give you what you want, if I'm having a good time, if you're having a good time, and everyone is enjoying, then naturally the support will just come in. And that way I don't even have to be talking about it or really worrying about it or asking for it. It just happens. And today I would say we're enjoying together. I'm having a good time. You're having a good time. The attendance is good. The engagement is good. But then the support is slower than a regular gameplay stream. And that does make me scratch my head. That confuses me. I don't get that. Because everything else, all the other boxes have been checked. Right? Why be better says when you build up a React or an event, they do better, especially when polls are involved. I did build this up. This is something we've been working towards for a month, and we did poll. We actually talked for about a week about the candidates that should be in the poll. Then we polled. People voted for Internet Historian. That's literally what you're saying, why be better, is exactly what happened. Like in every situation. So that's why I'm confused. Maybe it's the channel switch? Maybe. I don't know. But again, I feel like it makes more sense to do this content on this channel. I think here's the thing. The React content that I did last year was what everyone was dying to see. Everyone wanted to see me react to the Wings documentary, to my own Down the Rabbit Hole, and to the John and Howard video. Right? If you notice, the other React content I did last year, like the Rob Gavigan stuff, that didn't even do that well at all. It actually didn't do well. It was very slow and didn't get much attention. It's the drama shit that people wanted, right? It's what it is. Returnal says you have a larger base that's invested in your gaming. It'll take time to build up your React base. See, that I'll agree on. But even then, like, for example, the tiermaker we did. I wasn't expecting that to do well, and the tiermaker did really well. Right now, that tiermaker video is sitting over 3,000 views and climbing. It's one of the most viewed things I've ever done on this channel, if not, like, the number 2 most viewed. Let me take a look at that, actually, now that I'm saying that. So here's videos. So if I click on views... Well, sadly, I forgot that this channel's been running for over a decade. So when I clicked on that, it went to all my old videos that have like tens of thousands of views for old vlogging and shit from 1,000,000 years ago. Holy crap, these are videos from 11 years ago on here. Oh my god. Wow. If I'm trying to get down to like modern videos here. Holy shit, these are old. Yeah, these are videos from... Oh my god, the classic DSP tries it. Well, I guess my idea is not going to work. Because I wanted to see, since I rebranded to be DSPReacts, you know, what were the biggest videos. But now these are all, like, literally all old videos. Every one is an older video here. Videos that have been sitting on this channel for a decade and got insane amounts of viewership. Well, forget it. I'm already on like page 10 and we're not even close to modern videos. So I guess that idea didn't work at all. Let's go back to being chronological here. But anyway, you know, from what I've seen, obviously the best video on this channel is drama. So the video I did right after the side scrollers interview, right? Like that one exploded with views on this channel. And then after that, part 1, which is the very first thing I ever did, which has been DSPReacts, which was the first DSP versus the Internet show, which was kind of a rough show and wasn't really planned. That one has like 7,000 views on it because everyone rushed to see the content. But outside of that, the next thing, like the most recent thing that did well, was the tiermaker of the game consoles. So, you know, what is it? Why did the tiermaker do so well, right? Marty, I'm not doing that. It's too much of a risk. Marty's recommending that I basically do, what do you call it? Edited videos with content from shows. I can't do that. It's too much of a risk. Imagine doing a full edited video. First of all, how do I get the show, right? I'm not going to be illegally downloading shows off the internet to edit them so I can do a react to it. That's number one. Number two, even if it was actively available to have it, you're not supposed to have a video on your computer of a movie or a TV show. You're not supposed to have that. Now editing clips into, say, an episode. Let's say I did a 10-minute video reviewing the latest episode of The Last of a show, right? That's such a risk. You could get completely shut down. Copyright strikes for that shit. I'm not messing with that, man. I'm not. Already, there's enough risk on YouTube as it is of people doing false stuff. Now imagine me actually using real clips and shit. There's no way I could do that, man. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's just too much of a legal liability. This is my business. This is not my hobby. This is something I need to make money on, you understand? So I can't be messing with it like that. Garrick says, your react commentary is you giggling or repeating what we hear in a video. Boy, Garrick, you don't know what you're talking about. Do you not understand what I just said? I said people are here. They're enjoying. In the chat, people are engaging. We have good viewership. If people weren't enjoying, they wouldn't fucking be here. Like, this guy took me $1 and literally criticized the react content when that's not the point. The point is there's people here who are liking it, but their support is lower on these long-form react streams. Oh, well, the react content's not good. There's already people here. They're watching. They're engaging. What are you talking about? I'm literally telling you that there's a good audience for this. Right? I'm telling you that. It's here. It's concrete. Even now, me just talking about nothing, there's 387 people on the stream, right? There's people watching. So what you're saying literally makes no sense. If this content was boring, people would have told me 3 months ago, don't do it, it's crap. No one would have supported it. It's been the opposite. People have said it's good. They're showing up. They're supporting it. So what are you talking about? You have no point. Unreal. Now, keep in mind, guys, I told you guys I would be here till around 7:30 at the latest. So, now in the meantime, while you guys are voting, allow me to check on the stats and update everything. Guys, remember, this is my only stream of the day. This isn't like a double stream day where I did gameplay and everything. What you see down there is what happened today. We got 144 likes. If we hit 200, I'll do another bubble blow. We have $48 in super chats. We have 11 memberships. It's not bad. We're trying to hit 115 memberships by the end of the stream. Currently we have, let me update the total, okay? Currently we have 111 memberships. A couple people, oh, I didn't update it. That's right, I didn't update it during the food video. Okay, so we're currently at 111 memberships. If we get 4 more, we have hit a new record. If we get more than that, we are making new records. You see? So, there you go. And we have $58 in tips. Now, I'm going to be honest here. Out of everything here, what's the most surprising? I would say super chats are decent. 11 members is great. Tips, I'm shocked that we only have $58, especially because this is a long-form event I'm doing all day. I thought for sure this would be a situation where people would be, you know, contributing via that way, especially because you get to see like a hat or a vest all day long. But again, I'm kind of not surprised because this happened last month too. When I was doing the Wings of Redemption react, the same thing happened. It seems like these long-form reacts, for whatever reason, don't bring in the same amount of support that I get on like a normal streaming day for games, which is weird. You know, I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to break up my content, make it diversified. I hope you guys are enjoying that. But, you know, again, I just don't get it. And I asked earlier, and some people were like, it's because there's not enough interaction. It's hard to interact during these videos, to which I responded, and I was like, I will interact with you guys for sure if you want, but you got to tag me in the chat. We got to, you know, we talk or whatever, right? So, you know, I don't know, but here's what I'm trying to assess, okay? I like doing variety. I've enjoyed doing the React channel, and the long-form React is something we do once a month. Are we saying that maybe we just shouldn't be doing it? Maybe forget the long form reacts altogether. In which case, we won't be doing these kind of things anymore. No more documentaries, no more special videos that are longer. That means once a week there'll be the clip show. I'll still do reviews, and maybe we'll do tiermaker instead. But the thing is with tiermaker, I can't do a whole day of tiermaker. Tiermaker, I have to talk constantly. And when I do that, my voice, it kills me. It's like literally the only noise during tiermaker is me talking. You understand? So I can't just do that for a whole day. As a segment of an event, that's one thing. But doing it as a whole day doesn't work. So, yeah. American Manga Undertaker says, I find reaction streams underwhelming. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Again, you understand the reason I started the channel is because people asked me for this for years. Like, literally, people asked me for this for years. So I said, sure, I'll do it. You know? I mean, how long was I resistant to this idea? How long? And then I said, finally, I'll cave, I'll do it, because you guys seem to want it. Right? I received a $1 tip. People that wanted reaction videos left years ago. Well, then why did people continue to ask for it? Again, that's nonsense. It's people being nonsensical. Yes, people wanted to react years ago. I said no. Finally, people kept asking. I said, okay. And people said, oh, hooray, we're excited. So what are you talking about? That's like just saying, well, anyone who ever asked for anything in the past, you didn't do immediately, you can never ever do it because you didn't do it immediately. It's either instant gratification or nothing. Well, then fuck it. Then in life, you can never do anything, right? Because you're not always going to get instant gratification. Anyone who has that kind of mindset likely shouldn't be watching my content anyway, because it's stupid. It's really dumb. Okay. Should have done a crime channel. No one suggested crime channels. I'd be down for anything that's like a mystery or thriller or suspenseful. I love that kind of stuff. I love those movies. I'd be down for like a true crime style. The thing is, though, you got to be careful, especially things that have to do with crime and real life identities and graphic content. Like YouTube can have a lot of finickiness with those and tend to flag them and stuff. So we got to be careful about that content. But that sounds interesting to me. Well, keep in mind, guys, here's the deal. We need to think about what you guys want for the next long form react at the end of May. Or are you telling me you just don't want any more long form reacts? You know, it's your call. I'm down for whatever. I'm here to please and put out content you want. All right. So whatever it is you want, let me know. All right. I'm down for it. Think about it. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a 10-member bomb from Blackout. And I believe that is now a new record. Let's double check. But it is, I believe. I just want to make sure we didn't lose any during any break or anything here. And if so, we're going to have a little bit of a celebration. For those watching on demand, I apologize. Obviously, you guys probably don't care about the festivities, but this is the biggest we've ever had this channel. And so I'd obviously like to celebrate that. We are now at 123 members. That is the new record here on DSPReacts. Thank you all so very much. Let's go ahead and celebrate, first of all, with a celebratory bubble blow for everyone at full screen. I know this is really stupid, but it's okay. People like it. All right, here we go. Full screen bubble blow. Amazing. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate that. Now, I will now set another arbitrary goal. Not to say that we're going to hit this today or there's any expectation that we will. But if we hit 130 members by the end of today's stream, we will celebrate again, and I will do another celebratory bubble blow. All right. Don't want to delay the video too much. Thank you guys for the support today. Let's continue. So let's actually find out. But in the meantime, what I'd like to say is thank you all for watching this far. I hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, please consider giving it a like, leaving some comments. Let me know what you think about my reacting to this. And I'm very happy to jump into the second half. If you want to support the efforts on the channel, please consider becoming a member and or other means of support. Thank you all, and I'll see you in part 2, the conclusion. Okay. Guys, I am going to run downstairs quickly and make coffee. It is time for my coffee. And therefore, please bear with me for just a couple of minutes as I make my cup of coffee. And then I'm going to have my coffee as we actually finish the documentary. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my fan. Hold on. I'm just going to turn on my air conditioner fan because it actually is getting hot and stuffy. I just turned it on. It says it's 85 degrees in here. So I'm just going to turn on the fan for the end of the stream. So I'm going to go make my coffee, come back. We'll finish this video. That's going to be the conclusion of the event. Okay, so bear with me. I'll be right back. All right. And by the way, I would say last chance. This is going to be like the final hour. Last chance to anyone who wants to support the stream today. I would really appreciate it. First of all, thank you to people who became members and gifted memberships. Thank you to those who did super chats. Thanks to those who have tipped before. all right, or up to now. It would be great if we could hit at least the hat goal for today. Keep in mind, this was the only stream I did today, and we haven't even made enough tips. That would have been like one normal stream. So if we could get just a few more and hit that hat goal, at the very least, that would be somewhere to start. At least I would have had enough. I'm not even kidding you. Right now, I don't even have enough tips to pay for the meal I got. I'm serious. So if you could do that, that would be great. If not, it's not the end of the world. We're back to full-time gaming tomorrow. I guess I just got to take this as an example that maybe you guys don't want the long-term events. I don't know. We got to think about it. I guess we're going to have to talk about this. All right? But, all right. I'll be back in just a couple minutes with a coffee, and then we will continue and conclude. Sound good? Whew. Okay, guys. I'm back. Ooh. Now it's, the, Indian food is hitting me. You know, again, last chance. If anyone wants to support the stream, I'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And let's do it. Okay. Let's go back here. And hey, if you would like to support this channel in any way, membership is the best way. But if not, hey, anything else, you could maybe leave a super thanks on the video if the thing is still available. I don't know, because these videos tend to get claimed. Maybe a tip. Thank you. Thank you so, guys. And I hope that you guys enjoyed my long-form React content here to Internet Historian. So here's my overall thoughts on today's event, because I'd like to give you kind of a decompression. Maybe I'll do a video. In fact, I will record this final segment, so hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me close this. All right. Let's do like a final thoughts segment, okay? Willow, don't leave. Willow says, good night, I'll see you tomorrow. Willow, no, stop. Don't leave. We're going to have a final segment. Jeez. People run out the goddamn door. I'm going to lock the door. You can't leave. You're not allowed to leave yet. We're not done.
Now you just can't leave.
Holy shit. Jesus. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeesh. Okay, I'll stay. I forced Willow to stay. I locked the doors. Okay. Now. Allow me to do a final thoughts segment with you all in video, okay? Let's do that. Here we go. Okay, everyone, so I have just completed my marathon stream reacting to the Internet Historian YouTube channel. We started today with a podcast at 10:45 a.m. The actual reacting to the channel started around 1 p.m. It's now 7:17 p.m., so I've been doing this for around 5+ hours. We had a meal in between there as well. And by the way, all the videos will be live here on the channel eventually. However, what I'd like to do is kind of a final thoughts deal, not only on the Internet Historian channel, but also on how the event went today. Okay, because the way I see it, I'm always listening to your guys' feedback and your input. And the thing is, we now need to start thinking about what's going to be the next long-form React event for this channel if we want to have one. So allow me to explain what I mean by that. All right, so first of all, I do feel that today went well when it came to those who were here. I enjoyed myself. Like, I actually had a really good time chilling with you guys today and reacting to this, because here's the truth. This was not drama at all. And I like that. The last couple long-form React events that I did were all drama. You know, a documentary about the rise and fall of Pro Jared, the rise and fall of Wings of Redemption, and all those drama videos do fine. They do usually do good, but to do something different, all right, for sure, was something refreshing and interesting. For sure. And I liked doing it. I'm happy we did something different. I didn't want to do more drama. I felt so drained after doing the Wings event last month. I really did. I was happy to say, hey, let's do something completely different and not do the same kind of content a third time in a row, all right? And by the way, I do enjoy having a whole day where we do React-style content, and I hope that you guys like it as well. You know, over the last couple of years, if you haven't noticed, I've made an effort to diversify myself, doing a podcast every morning rather than just gameplay, and now this year, 3 months ago, making this React channel and putting out various content. The long-form React event, the reason it exists, because some people have confusion. Like, why do you do this? You have a React show every week on Saturdays. Why do you do a long-form React event? Well, because in regards to certain kinds of videos, when I'm doing a clip show once a week for 3 hours, how are we supposed to react to a 50-minute video? You can't. The whole point of that show is that people are submitting clips for me to watch. We try to watch as many as possible. It's a fun variety show. But you can't watch long form content there at all. We never would have watched a single documentary. We wouldn't have watched these kind of videos if we're only trying to cram them into the the weekly clips show. So this allows me to watch much longer form content and enjoy it with my audience. I'm really enjoying doing this. I like this, but what I'm seeing is mixed reactions from my viewership. And so when that happens, I want to talk about it, and I hope that we can have a discussion about it, whether it's with the live audience today or whether it's with people on demand as well, about what you want to see for the future of this channel. What I actually like to do in this recap video is essentially tell you how I'm seeing the content on this channel doing 3 months in. All right? The weekly clip show that I do is doing well. The stream does okay, meaning it usually has a good amount of support on said stream. All right? And people are actively becoming channel members on this channel to submit the videos for that show. So because of that, that is the major support I'm literally getting for this channel. Its memberships is the kind of the life's blood of DSPReacts. If I didn't have that weekly clip show and there wasn't incentive for people to become a member, then this channel wouldn't be profitable for me. And it would kind of be a failed venture. But because I made it that way, and by the way, the other cool thing is that if you're a member, you get access to these streams right away as an archive, while everybody else who's not a member has to wait for the on-demand videos to come out over the course of the week, you see? So there's a double benefit to being a member. So definitely that ability and those features are really what's supporting the channel the most. So the weekly clip show is doing well. It's funny because some people have said to me, well, the views have gone down on the show. Well, you're right, but the views don't matter. I don't really make anything on views on that clip show. Why? Because all those videos get claimed on YouTube. Literally every one. So it doesn't matter if I have 20 billion views on a video. I make nothing on it. So I don't care if it's popular in views. I care about if there's people who want to support that show to continue to exist through memberships. And they do. So that's awesome. Okay? I'm also trying to do some reviews every week. And it's kind of been hit or miss with the reviews. Some of the reviews I've done on movies have been popular and had a few thousand views on them. Those actually do me pretty good. They'll make me a little bit of residual money and stuff. But a lot of the reviews I've been putting out recently, they're not getting much or any traction on the channel. I'm not even getting 1,000 views on a review, and that's time invested. That's hours to watch the show, then thinking of my review, filming the review and all that. They're not doing that well. And I don't know if it's just because there's nothing new coming out that I'm reviewing pertinently in the time frame that it's releasing. You know what I mean? Like, what new shows have come out that people are hyped for me to see me review? Nothing. Maybe later this year, that won't happen. Maybe later this year, there's a new season. Well, I think it's next year's Stranger Things, right? But maybe later this year, there's a show you want to see me watch live along with you, and I'll watch it every night when it's live and review it the next day. Maybe then you'd be very excited, right? But maybe it's because I'm reviewing older stuff that people just don't care. I'm not sure. You know, but at first when I was doing those reviews like 2 months ago, they were doing very well. And then all of a sudden, they kind of fell off in popularity, okay? Now, do I believe that anyone is becoming a member because of those reviews? No. So really, the only profit I make on a review is viewership and ad revenue. So it is kind of disappointing that they started off stronger, and then sadly, kind of the attention on that fell off. And I don't know why, and I don't really know how to fix that besides trying to look for newer things that I can do. Keep in mind, I don't go to the movies. I don't have the opportunity to go to the movie theater because I work so much. That's not viable. If there's something that's a new show on demand, like on Netflix or Disney Plus or HBO Max, that's viable for me to do, like I just did with The Last of Us, what was it, a couple months ago. So I guess what we'll see is, you know, moving forward, does it make sense to do those reviews or not? I guess the question is, it's a matter of what's out there, and will they ever pick up in popularity again? If I keep doing reviews and I keep seeing dwindling returns on viewership, then I'm probably not going to keep doing them. But we'll see what happens. I'm not going to just give up on that idea or that project right now, okay? Tiermaker. The Tiermaker stuff I've done 3 Tiermakers so far. Every one of them has done great. Every single time I did Tiermaker, there was a lot of people watching, people supporting, and the videos actually did well here on the channel as well. So the Tiermaker stuff, I really don't have any complaints whatsoever. I think it's actually one of the healthiest things I'm doing on this channel. The thing is, I don't want to do them all the time. I do feel like if I do Tiermaker once a week, that's way too much. Like maybe it's meant to be once a month as a special event, or once every other week as something interesting or special. You know what I mean? So I wanted to keep doing the Tiermaker stuff, but keeping it as infrequent as possible is probably going to make it more interesting to you guys. I already have some Tiermakers scheduled for late in May. Well, I say around May 21st. I'm doing a special Street Fighter marathon, and during that marathon, I'm planning to do a couple of special tier makers that are fighting game related, okay? So I hope you'll join me for those if you can, and those will be here on the channel. But in the meantime, maybe I'll do like one more. It'll be a random one that we'll do before then, maybe in a week, okay? And now we got the long form reacts, which is really the final piece of content for the channel. Now, before we get to the long form reacts, I do want an update. I will update you guys on something. When I launched this channel 3 months ago, I told you all my intention was that I also wanted to do a show called DSP Asks It, and this was supposed to be a review show, or excuse me, an interview show. I was interested in interviewing people from all over the internet, from different parts of gaming, pop culture, and things. Anyone who would want to talk to me, and just do an interview series. And I thought maybe doing it like once a month or once every other month could be something interesting for the variety of content here on the channel. In fact, I'll tell you right now, I had 2 guests line up, 2 that had agreed to be on the show. All right, and I didn't have the means yet. Like I was looking into like a Zoom call or a what was the other one? StreamYard call or something like that. It was going to be basic, where I basically just have a conversation with them and, you know, back and forth Q&A, and it was going to be interesting. I'd never done anything like that before, so I thought that it would be neat. Okay, but what happened to that idea? Well, it's basically right now it's suspended. Why? Because, you know, I very stupidly fell for a trap. I went into an interview that I shouldn't have done. That literally the day after the interview blew up in my face, became a big party on how to crap on Phil, and basically the entire internet yet again was in a tizzy on, it's time to crap on Phil. It's the crap on Phil party. Let's just do it times 1,000, right? And so when that happened, it's like, who in their right mind is going to want to be in an interview with Darkside Phil, who just got crapped on collectively by the internet for the millionth time in a row, right? So if I'm ever going to look to do that interview show, we have to let things cool down a bit to the point where I'm not looked at as, again, someone to be shat on constantly every 5 seconds. And that happens every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, every once in a while, things cool down, and then I could probably consider doing it. So we'll see. Maybe later this year. I don't know. But that show is basically on hiatus. No one in their right mind will say, oh, that was the time to do an interview with Darkside Phil. They're like, what are you, out of your fucking mind? No way. Too much drama, too much hatred and shit for that guy right now. Stay away from him. Okay? So now let's talk about the monthly long-form react events, all right? Keep in mind these started last year, right? Things such as me reacting to the original Wings of Redemption documentary Down the Rabbit Hole, reacting to my own Down the Rabbit Hole, reacting to the John and Howard drama video from 2015, reacting to the Keemstar documentary, you know, all these things that I reacted to. Those did well. Every time I did one of those streams, people came out in droves, they watched the streams, they supported those streams. This year, I did 3 of them so far. I did the Pro Jared documentary, I did the Wings of Redemption second documentary, and then I did this long-form react event today to Internet Historian. Let's talk about those. The Pro Jared documentary was interesting because it was a situation where that was someone who kind of also went through a bunch of shit, just like me, how I've been through the ringer over the years. Although it's nothing like the stuff that I've been, you know, accused of or anything like that. Very different situation when it comes to the subject matter of what the drama was. But someone who was a YouTuber like me, had a great following, saw it all kind of be destroyed by internet nonsense, and then kind of had a nice redemption arc. And now he kind of quietly does his own thing. But that was a unique situation. I was able to add a lot of context, a lot of my own perspective on that one. I felt like that was a really good project to do. Did it explode in popularity? No, it did not. The stream did pretty good, though. But it didn't explode in popularity or anything like that. Then last month, you guys wanted me to do the next Wings of Redemption documentary. All right? So I did it, and I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think it really did that well. I think doing the second Wings documentary, it's kind of like, let me put it this way. There was crazy stuff in that documentary that I didn't know. But I think what it is once you've already done the story of someone once, the follow-up doesn't really matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, well, you know it's going to get even more crazy or more drama, and it's just kind of more of the same. And at that point, I felt like I was kind of dramaed out. So, honestly, yeah, that react I did last month on Wings didn't do that well on the stream, and didn't even get as many views, from what I've seen, as the Pro Jared documentary either. Okay? So, really, it didn't do that well. And so that's why I said for this month, I don't want to do some drama stuff. I want to do a long-form react event that's very different. And I worked with you guys for weeks. We talked about it, right? And we said, what do you want to do? If it's not drama, let's talk. Should it be something that's more documentarian? Should it be something that's more funny? We discussed all these. We had options. You voted. And the one that won the vote was Internet Historian. So today we reacted to 3 of the Internet Historian videos. We reacted to the Fall of 76, which is all about the launch and the failure of Fallout 76. Then the Cost of Concordia, which was the ship disaster, the cruise ship disaster. And now we just literally finished watching the Engoodening of No Man's Sky, which is kind of the failure but then redemption arc for No Man's Sky. I liked every video. I think the Internet Historian is a great YouTuber. I really enjoyed all of those. I had a great time with them all. And I think that you guys were a great audience. Overall today, we had good viewership. We had good engagement. Support was actually good, except that today was a marathon. So allow me to explain what I mean. Today was the equivalent of 3 different streams for me. A podcast and 2 gameplay streams. Okay? No exaggeration. Today, we didn't do as well between the one marathon stream as I would have done between the other streams I would have done separately. Not even close. Like, this is the equivalent of maybe one decent stream, and I just streamed for 10 plus straight hours, which is not what I usually do. You know what I'm saying? So, in reality, the engagement was great. The viewership was quite good. But as for a business venture, this long-form React today could be considered a failure. And there's not much I can really say of it outside of that. I mean, look, we hit the tier 1 tips goal and barely made any movement. We had a good amount of memberships for the channel. That's great. For DSPReacts, that's going to help this channel a lot, having more members. So thank you for those who gifted memberships and supported in that way. Super chats, we had enough. We basically had super chats that are the same as a regular 3-hour stream on a 10-hour stream. You see? So what my question really has to be is, now that's 2 straight long-form React events we have done here on the channel. And are you guys just telling me that they're not working and you don't want them? Would you have preferred to just see gameplay today? Would you have preferred to see something, a different kind of React than what we did? Because I'm going off of the feedback that I got from you guys. You know what I'm saying? And so my question to you, which I would love feedback on, is what do you see for the future of this channel? All right? I want your feedback on this. Do you want to continue to see once a month long-form React events? For example, next month, do you want to see another one at the end of May? If so, what do you want to see? Do you want to see the return of a YouTuber drama-style documentary from June the King or Frederick Knudsen? There's tons of them we haven't done yet that we could do, right? Or do you want to see me do more YouTuber-style? We already talked about maybe going to Defunct Land or another channel that maybe does that kind of stuff about the history of like amusement parks or other things like that. Would you like that? Or would you like something totally and completely different? I don't know. I need feedback because at this point, I'm really kind of lost. I really do feel like the drama stuff is played out. Maybe in a month, I won't feel that way because it's already been a month since we did one. Maybe in another month, I'll be ready for it again. Okay, I don't know. I really enjoyed Internet Historian, and my philosophy with this kind of content has always been thus. If I'm having a good time, if you're having a good time, if there's people here who are engaging, and then the support will come. 2 streams in a row now I've done long-form React. It was the Wings documentary, now this one. That didn't happen. 2 times in a row, 2 months in a row, I worked all day on a marathon, and people didn't really support it or care. So, if that's the case, then we should be doing other stuff, correct? And I'm okay with that, but I need to know what you want then. Please give me your feedback. Again, if you feel you know why these long forms are going the way they are, leave a comment on this video and let me know. Tell me on a stream, in the chat. I need feedback. I'm like Johnny 5 in Short Circuit. I need input. I need the input from you. I don't want to be having entire days that you feel like are throwaway days that we could have been doing better stuff. Because the sad fact is today, instead of doing this long-form React of Internet Historian, if I had done a whole stream of Elden Ring and I had done a nice stream of, say, Oblivion, I would have done way better business-wise than I did today. Now, maybe these videos of Internet Historian actually will do well on the channel. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea because I have absolutely no previous frame of reference or experience. Maybe people will watch these on demand and love them. And now the videos will do well. And if that's the case, then maybe for long-form React events like this, I won't be looking to be looking for crazy support on a stream. Instead, it'll be like long-term residual support after the fact. Correct? So, there you go. If that's the case, then that's awesome. But let's see what happens, because there's no way you can predict that. The way I'm doing it is, if you are a member on this channel, you can watch this archive stream immediately in its entirety, start to finish. But if you're not a member, I'm going to upload slowly over the course of this week. Like, I think today what I'll do is I'll upload our introductory video and the first react, which was the fall of 76. And then tomorrow, I'll release part 1 of the Cost of Concordia. And then Tuesday, I'll release part 2. Wednesday, I'll release part 1 of the Ingoodening of No Man's Sky. And then Thursday, I'll probably release the second part. And maybe Friday, I'll release the food video and this video. You see? So I'll spread it out. So each day there's 1 or 2 videos on the channel for you guys to watch. And I'm very curious to hear your input on this segment. This segment, I really need your input on it, because I want to be doing what's good for this channel. I want to be doing what's good for me and my content and obviously my business, but I also want to be doing what's good for you and what you want and what you're willing to not only watch and engage with, but also support. It's obvious if I'm streaming for 10 straight hours and I'm doing way less than I would have in 2 normal streams, something went wrong. Okay? So let's talk about it. All right? I'm all ears, because the thing is, we need to figure out what's next. Do I do a long-term, do I do another long-form react at the end of May? Or should we not do one? Should we maybe alternate and do every other month, right? That could be a possibility. Maybe we don't want to do one at the end of May, we do one at the end of June instead, and we build it up further and we get hyped for it and we understand what it is better. Maybe that's what we need to do, right? So I guess we'll see. Let's talk. I know we're going to have discussions about this on my podcast. I'm very curious to see what the thoughts will be here on the channel in the comments of this video when it goes live later this week. So, by all means, lend me your ears. Well, actually, no, not lend me your ears. Give me your thoughts. I want my ear. I'm lending you my ear. You give me your thought. You fill my ear with your thoughts. Okay? Now, in the meantime, thanks to everyone who was here live, because you guys were a great audience. The viewership has been great all day. I don't have a single complaint about viewership, engagement. That's all been fine today. So thank you for that. Obviously, those of you who are here, you're here to relax and enjoy, right? And I had a great relaxing day. I felt no stress today, no pressure. If you didn't notice, I really didn't keep talking about support. I didn't really. It's, I'm just going to relax and have a good time, and hopefully it'll pick up back up again tomorrow or whatever, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I enjoyed it myself. I like to keep doing this content, but I don't think that I should just be doing it for me. It's got to be something that goes in tandem. Maybe just people didn't like this. I don't know, because you guys voted on this. So that's what's kind of blowing my mind is, if my mentality, my mantra is, if the engagement is there, if the views are there, then the support will come. And that's not happening. Where's that disconnect? Because it's happening on the gameplay streams. It just didn't happen twice now with the long-form react stuff. What's missing? What's the missing piece of the puzzle here that we need to find? Okay? Okay? But anyway, thank you. Live audience, you guys were great. You guys were absolutely great. I had a great time chilling with you guys today. All right? And tomorrow, we will go back to normal stuff. All right? And gameplay, which I know you guys are expecting. Fair enough? All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Please have a good evening. Please enjoy, the content here. If you've been watching this content on demand all week, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly hope you're going to share your thoughts with me, because I really need them. And we'll talk over the course of May about what you want to do, if we're going to do a long form at the end or not. Fair enough? All right, guys. Thank you very much. Great streaming day. Until next time. Okay. That is it for anything I'm recording. I can hang with you guys for a few more minutes. But in reality, I do need to get out of here. Just listen to what I got to do tonight. You ready for this? Got to upload all this content from the whole day. And I got to upload it and schedule it out for each day so it goes live each day, published at the right time. That in itself is kind of a lot of work. I got to change my backdrop for tomorrow, because tomorrow it's going to be a new month, which means a new backdrop. So I got to do that. I got to film the daily wrap, upload that. Got to set up the schedule for tomorrow and everything, do that. Then I've been in here all day. I'm tired. I got to shower. And then finally, after all that shit is done, I can go spend some time with my wife tonight. So I probably got at least a couple of hours more work ahead of me tonight before I can get out of here. All right. I will say thank you. It looks like I just got I just got a super chat. Excuse me, a tip. Okay. $10 tip from Hiseo. Says, thank you for the content. Thank you, Hiseo. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support, as always. Thank you very much. Thank you, Hiseo, for the $10 tip. I appreciate that very much. That got us up to $74 in tips. Oops. Looks like a super chat came in from Lord Prince Albert. I felt like there was good engagement in the chat. You're right. The monetary support was probably on the lower side for these react. I mean, the perspective here is if this were one stream, if this was like a standard 3-hour gameplay stream, this would have been a good stream. But it was a 10-hour marathon. That's the perspective we have to have. There's no second stream tonight or anything to add to this. This is my whole day's work. And if I'm doing a whole day's work and I could have done 2 separate gameplay streams and they would have done much better, then I have to think about, you know, the long-term health of my business and everything. Again, this is not just the one. This is the second one in a row. The Wings one was the same, where it was very slow all day. People were interested in my opinions, but basically it didn't do that well when it came to support during the stream. And the views on those videos don't do great either. Like, to be honest, if you look at the more dramatic reacts I've done, all right, if you take a look here. So the Wings of Redemption part 1 got like 3,000 views. Part 2 got just over 2,000. Part 3 has over 2,000. Not even 2,000 on 4 and 5, right? And then the Pro Jared, part 3 had over 3,000, like 3,300. Part 2 had about 2,000. They're almost the same. In reality, these long form reacts are doing about the same. They're not great. They're not doing great at all. They're okay for viewership, and they're good for variety for the channel as well. But again, I could have been doing gameplay. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Like I said, I'm waiting on feedback. I'm literally waiting on feedback on what you guys want in the long term. Okay. Here's what I think. Take a look at my birthday marathon. I think my birthday marathon. Now I'm not talking about overall support because obviously it was my birthday. There was a reason why people supported it so much. But what did we do during the birthday marathon? There was tier maker stuff. We went through the entire gaming schedule and hang out for 2 hours. I was taking shots, which was funny. There was interaction and Q&A. There was a live meal. There was a birthday cake. And then at the end, we did a fantasy match in WWE. So maybe the reason the birthday event did so well is because it was variety. It wasn't just me doing one thing all day. Today, I literally reacted to Internet Historian for 5 to 6 hours. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it was too much of one thing. Because remember, the Street Fighter Hype event is coming up on May 21st. We still don't have a name for it. We got to think of a name for it. That I'm going to be doing gameplay of old school Street Fighter that you're going to be voting to control. I'm going to be doing tier maker events that are fighting game related. I'm going to be eating snacks that my wife is making out of the Street Fighter cookbook, and we're going to have a meal together. Plus, yes, I'll be taking shots and stuff if you want during that as well. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'll be variety. Maybe it'll do better. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's more of the variety of the marathon rather than it's too much of the same. Perhaps. Let's see here. Willow did a super chat and says, good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Willow. Appreciate that. Now, I see Drew Suvi says, oh, you should always do shots during these marathons. No, if it's like a special variety marathon, that's one thing. But I'm making content. You know, I'm making a long-form react content. This has to be something that's got to be taken seriously. I'm trying to add insightfulness. I can't do that when I'm buzzed. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and be a stupid idiot and watch something serious. You know, I'm watching content that's, you know, this is meaningful stuff. I'm trying to add commentary. I'm not going to do that during react stuff. No. Excuse me. Okay. We're winding down here, guys. Last chance. Anyone has anything else you want to ask or anything? Any last minute? Anything. In fact, I just got another tip. Thank you to whoever this was. I just received a $5 tip from Arkham's Best. Now that I'm looking through your public domain movies, they're either really old or obscure. I'm actually not sure how well that would do for a long-form react, but I think it would be cool for you to react to a movie like Nosferatu for a Halloween event. Nosferatu. I've never seen Nosferatu. It's so old, it definitely is public domain now. I've never actually seen the movie. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that might be neat. That certainly could be neat for something like a marathon-style event, right? For, like, Halloween. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, crap, man. The other thing is today, so now I can't open my window anymore. I have the air conditioner in. So that means all I can do is turn on fans. With the fans on, it's 84 degrees in here right now. And we didn't even have sun outside. It's 84 degrees. Luckily, I didn't turn on my air conditioner, like the air conditioner portion. All I did was the fan today. But it's going to be stuffier in here now. These marathons make you feel really uncomfortable. In fact, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to quickly film the daily wrap. Then I'm going to open the door and try to air the room out because the room is so goddamn stuffy in here, you know? Oh, I know all about Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Cyrax, no, I would not interview Cyrax. If you haven't noticed Cyrax, I'm really done with the people trying to get me to watch Lalcow stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not interested in it. I'm just not. I don't want to think as myself as a Lalcow. I don't want to think of others as Lalcows. I want to do meaningful content. I don't think that being involved with people like that, you know what I mean? Like, LTG I have history with. There's been back and forth between us over the years. We're both Street Fighter players at some point. You know, there's kind of a thing. That would be an interesting interview. I don't know anything about Cyrax outside of what you introduced me on my React show. I don't really care to learn more about Cyrax. I'm kind of not interested. All right? I don't take offense there. I just don't really care about that guy. Okay? All right. Well, I'm going to adjourn for the night. But I'm going to leave you guys with one final thing. All right, ready? This is the first time I'm mentioning this. This is a world exclusive for the 342 people that are on the stream right now. And probably for all the idiots who are illegally restreaming and capturing for their own devices too. I have an announcement to make for you guys. And probably none of you even know anything about this. You ready for this? I was saving it for today to talk about it for the very first time. You ready? I hope you're ready. I'm serious. You guys are going to be interested. Now we're down to 335. So when I announced this, 7 people quit the stream immediately. So I said, hey, there's an exciting announcement. 7 people quit the stream. That's good. That's a good sign. Okay. Are you ready? All right. Without revealing any specifics, because I know what's going to happen is the beans are going to end up getting spilled, and it's not going to be by me. Because I never spill the beans about this shit. It's always someone else that does it, all right? But I'm just going to put it this way. I am in early talks to be involved with an exciting project. All right? It's something that I absolutely, positively know that people will be interested in. This is not like, oh, it's a maybe or whatever. This is absolutely something 1,000,000% people will want to see. And I am in early talks to get a project rolling this year. Okay? And it will happen likely this year. You know, hopefully, I would hope, if things come together the way that I'm hoping, it would happen by the summer. All right? Let's put it that way. What is it? Well, I mean, here's the thing. I could tell you everything, but nothing's at all set in stone at all. We're in very early development stage. Let's put it that way. All right? So, you guys, I'm sure you can all speculate as much as you want. Already there's people being crazy in the chat saying ridiculous things about what you think. It's none of that, I can tell you that. But it's definitely something that I know people are going to enjoy. And it's something that I would be interested in doing. And it's in talks. All right? When I have more details, more updates and things for you guys on this stuff, I will let you know. For now, nothing is set, so I don't want to kind of spoil anything. But for those wondering, yes, there is some interesting stuff going on behind the scenes that I haven't. This is the first time I've even mentioned it at all. All right, I haven't even mentioned it once for a moment yet until this very moment. But you know, there's potential. Let's just put it this way: there's potential. Whether that potential will actually be realized remains to be seen. I feel there's a lot of potential for something cool to happen, but we'll talk about this once more is known. And more will be coming soon, I think. I think, you know, relatively soon, there'll be more to share with you all. But for now, I'm just going to leave it nice and vague so that you guys can try to speculate on what it is that I'm talking about. I'm sure now people will ask me for more details, and I'm not going to give you any. I'm not. I just want to start building some anticipation that something is in the pipeline, in the works, that's going to be pretty cool. Okay? That's all I'm going to say for now. Does that sound good? All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 30th of April, 2023, and the final streaming day of the month. Today was the day where I do a long-form React event over on my streaming channel, DSPReacts, and today we were reacting to the Internet Historian YouTube channel. After people had basically nominated it and said, we don't want drama this month, let's do something completely different and funny and interesting. And so I reacted to the channel all day long. Now, what went well and what didn't go well? Let's talk. Viewership, pretty good all day. You know, started strong, over 400 viewers. Had that for a long time. Really didn't dip until the food. And then we still maintained just about between 350 to 400 viewers all day. That's great. Engagement. Hey, we got a lot of likes on the stream. People were talking to me. Not maybe as much as I would have liked. And some of the feedback I got was that because we're doing a long form react and I'm watching something and reacting to it constantly, there's not as much opportunity to really talk. If I'm doing gameplay or a shorter react to a clip show, that's a little different because of the variety. But when I'm doing this long form react, everyone's kind of engrossed in it. And because of that, there's not that much opportunity to really talk directly to me. Okay, fair enough. I still thought the engagement was great. We had like almost 200 likes on the stream. There you go. Support. Well, super chats did okay. I think by the end of the day, we had about $60. That's not bad. Memberships actually did great. We hit a new record of memberships on DSP Reacts today. Guess how many? 123. So that's the most we've ever had on the channel. It's still growing, which is great that the channel is actually growing. I'm very pleased with this. So thank you. If you were someone who became a member, gifted a membership, renewed a membership today, that was very nice of you. We got like 23 members today. That is superb. The most we've ever had, hitting new records. Very happy about that. Tips, well, they were abysmally slow today. We didn't even hit the Gunner Glasses goal of $50 until the final video react. And and I take that back. It was right at the end of the second video react. So I took them off for food and then we put them on for the final one. Funny part is when we finished the reaction ports of the stream, I did kind of a final summary and I talked a little bit for about 20 minutes about how I think the channel is doing. It was almost like a cumulative. Here's an update on DSP Reacts and how I think it's doing, but I need your feedback about these long form reacts. Then some tips came in. So it was almost like people didn't want to support the long form react. They wanted to support when I talked to them, which is interesting. So you're saying you'd much rather just have discussions with me and support that than have me actually react to any kind of significant content. It was surprising. Like I said, we were around $50 the entire stream. Then all of a sudden, in the last 40 minutes, where I was doing a final closing video and saying goodnight to everyone, raised like another $30. So almost doubled the tips. But here's the thing. I'm going to be honest, because I talked about it also in this kind of state of DSP Reacts video that'll go live later this week on that channel. The long form react events actually are some of the lower support that I get. If I today had broken up today into 2 gameplay streams, like let's say I had done Elden Ring on the first stream and maybe Oblivion on the late stream, the 2 streams combined would have done better support-wise than the long form marathon I just did that was 10 hours long. So the question is, are these long form reacts working? Do you want them? Or maybe it's something I shouldn't do, or maybe it's something I should do less often. Right now I'm doing them monthly. Maybe I should do them every other month. Okay? So I want people's feedback. There's a whole video discussing this that's going to go live on DSP Reacts later on in the week that I know people are going to be commenting on and letting me know their thoughts. So I'm excited for that one to go live. But outside of that, I did have a great time today overall. I had a lot of fun, and I like the Internet Historian channel now. Like, I'm a fan of it. The 3 videos I watched today were well done, and I really enjoyed myself. I understand why those videos have millions and millions of views, okay? So good stuff overall, and I had a great time doing it. So what I'm about to do right now is upload everything. The podcast, this daily wrap, and then all the parts from today's React event, including the starter video, which was the intro video explaining the premise and people voting, the React to the Fall of 76, the 2 parts of the React to the Cost of Concordia, and the 2 parts of the React to the Goodening of No Man's Sky, the food vlog, which was Feasting with the Phil, Indian food, and then that final State of DSP Reacts video where I want people's feedback. So that's a lot to upload, and what's going to happen is it's going to be 1 or 2 videos live a day. Today there'll be 2, maybe there'll be 1 a day for the rest of the week, and then maybe at the end of the week there'll be the food vlog and the State of DSP Reacts video going live. So there'll be variety of content over the course of this week going live on the channel. I think that's good. There'll be a good amount of videos there, okay? So I hope you enjoyed it. If you're here live, thanks. If not, I love your feedback. As you watch on demand over the week, please leave comments on the videos over there. Remember, if you're a member on DSP Reacts, you can access that archive stream immediately. You don't even have to wait. But if you're not, then you have to watch those videos as they go on demand slowly over the week. And I hope you will watch them and let me know your thoughts. Fair enough? So, thank you guys very much. Great streaming day. Support was the one thing lacking. By the end of the day, support was okay. It wasn't a great day. It was just okay. I'm not disappointed, but I'm wondering, should I be doing other things with my time? Are the long form reacts working or not? What do you think? I definitely want your feedback, okay? And I'll see you all in the AM. Peace out.